I just got to the first group training class at my powerlifting gym, and I'm so excited because I saw 2 or 3 other black ladies here in Colorado, in Denver. So today is Saturday, and in Colorado, the weather be breaking right about now. It is not uncommon to get our first snow, especially in the mountains, in September. So I'm up here at the storage unit finna get my fall clothes out and see how my stuff is doing and how much I'm gonna have to buy as I continue to drop this weight. So my plan is to, I'm finna say what? Okay. So my plan is to, whatever is already too big, go ahead and take that to the Goodwill so that I can start getting a preliminary list going of what I need to start all that movement, what I need to replace. Take 2. Action. Okay, hello beautiful. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Evelyn, and if you're new here, thank you so much for joining me. I want to take this time right now to ask you very kindly, if you would please like and consider subscribing to my channel if you've been watching for a few weeks and you just kind of haven't pulled the trigger on that. I would really appreciate your support as I'm trying to get to my personal first milestone, which is 100 subscribers. I would really appreciate the help. Okay, so as you all know, I come here mostly on a weekly basis. I was pretty inconsistent initially, but I'm trying to become more consistent with posting my updates. And I have been sharing my weight loss journey with you. I started in August of 2024 on compounded semaglutide or semaglutide. That's how I like to say it. But I heard some doctors say semaglutide, whatever. Wegovy. Anyways, so I was on that. I started my journey off on that, and then it transitioned into Wegovy in May because my insurance covered it. So I am currently on the Wegovy 1.7. I literally just picked up my 3rd box this week. I have not used my first pen of my 3rd box yet. I have completed 2 complete months on 1.7. I'm happy to say I'm seeing a little bit of more progress than I was previously, so that's really good news. I have some very exciting, well, it's exciting for me, news to share with you. So one of the other journeys that I recently started about 3 or 4 weeks ago was powerlifting. I actually registered to become a member of Powerlifting USA, an official member. I also registered for my very first meet, competitive meet, at February 21st, right here in Colorado. And so as a result, I had sought out a gym. And I'm getting to the exciting piece, so please bear with me while I create this context. So I was looking for a gym. Long story short, I shared with you a few weeks back that I found a gym that was 5 minutes from my house, right? And I kind of talked to you about in Colorado, I'm in Denver and I'm in the metro. And it's not like there are not black people here. There are black people here, but we're very sparse. There's not like a place that you can go where there's a high concentration of black people like you might have in some cities. Anyhow, today, this morning, I don't know why, I was just kind of like tired, kind of dragging a little bit. Had a good night's sleep, but just, I don't know. You just have those days sometimes, right? But I was like, no, I had already messaged them saying that I was going to try the group class today at the powerlifting gym, which is Denver Barbell Club if you're in the metro area. Anyhow, so I had messaged the manager that, you know, I was going to try the free session before I like actually pull the trigger and get the membership. And y'all, I walked in the gym today and I saw the most beautiful thing. I'm gonna put the picture here right now so you can see. These two beautiful women I met at the gym today. I was so happy when I got there. You don't understand. I was so happy. Do you know how tiresome it can be to be the only one? Now, for some people, maybe that's not a big deal, but I'm originally born and raised in Memphis, Tennessee, which is a majority Black city. So when you transition to the complete opposite of that, sometimes it can be mentally challenging in certain settings, especially your recreational time. That's neither here nor there. I love all God's children. I love all God's beings, no matter. But I'm just saying it also matters to have culturally sensitive people around you too. So hopefully you take that in the right context. Anyhow, I was so pleased to meet them and find out that one of the two is a member of the gym. And she's competing as well. And then the shortest one in the picture, I won't say their names. They did give me permission to share the picture with you here, but I won't share their names just because, you know, Denver's small for us. Anyhow, so the shortest one, who is super strong, by the way, and the youngest of the three of us, we found out in talking today, she hadn't quite made the mind up if she was going to be a member, kind of like same boat as me. And also she hadn't registered for the competition. So we like, girl, we older than you. What you mean? Like by 10 plus years older than you. Come on, get on. And you already lifting heavy up in here. Let's do this thing together. So y'all, it's on. February 21st is on, okay? I'm so excited. Y'all don't know, like I almost broke down crying when I was talking to one of them because I was like, if you know, you know. I'm gonna leave it right there. If you know, you know. So that is a huge blessing, an answered prayer. I'm happy to share that update. Next update, and don't worry, I ain't forgot about my weight loss for the week. I'm getting there. For those of y'all who want to speed through, I totally understand. You can speed through to the next section where I talk about what I weighed in at this week and stuff like that. The next thing is, I want to say a huge, huge thank you. I neglected to do this in my video last week to Harjarine, Perfectly Pamela, and Miss Linda. Because all three of them purchased a copy of my digital book. It kind of happened by accident when we were in book club last week on Delilah's channel. But they all purchased the book from me, even though they could have used like $0 at the checkout. They all paid for a copy of my book, and I sincerely appreciate their support. And I love book club too. So thank you. On that same topic, I like to pay it forward whenever I can. So I got a copy of one of Harjarine's books. Now Harjarine is an author as well. She has written several books. One is very personal, of course, and kind of shares her testimonial. But this one is a really cute journal. Love the cover. It's hard copy. Delilah showed us her copy last week. And so I actually have an upcoming family reunion coming up here in a few short weeks back home. And I am going to create like a self-care basket as my gift, because at my family reunions, we give gifts. So there's a segment of the family reunion where it has to be a minimum of $20, but my aunties, them always pitch in, and it's more than that. And everybody who attends gets a gift. So I'm gonna make a self-care basket. This is gonna be one of the books I include in it. I'm gonna put some slippers in there. Oh my God, these slippers right here, I need to wash them, so y'all forgive me. But these slippers right here, woo-woo, I could have 6 of these. So I'm gonna get a pair of slippers off of Amazon. And I'm gonna get some other little things, probably like a cute little coffee cup and stuff like that, and make like a self-care basket as my contribution. Also, getting back on the powerlifting, I had showed y'all last week, I think, my belt, my support belt for my waist when I'm lifting, and I showed y'all, what else I showed y'all? I showed y'all, and my socks that helps protect your shins. Well, my shoes that I mentioned came in, my lifting shoes. I bought this brand, and no, I ain't sponsored. Maybe one day, you never know. But they're super flat, as you can see. Lots of support, no break-in whatsoever. But mostly what I noticed, the distinction in my shoes, because I was wearing like, I got some like mid-top Converse that I was wearing as my flat shoe for lifting. But this one right here, the grip is so good. Like, you don't have, it's no slip at all. So I'm gonna make sure I take very good care of these, which will be debuting when I lift heavy, which is right now Saturdays, but they also will be debuting at my meet. Okay, so now what y'all really here for, okay? This week's weigh-in, I would love to say I have some concrete numbers and that they drop drastically. Y'all know that's not my story. At this point, I'm just a slow and steady. But I have two, because I weighed in 2 times. I weighed in yesterday, Friday, and I weighed in this morning, Saturday. Yesterday, I weighed in at 1, and I'm looking down at my little calendar. Y'all know how I do. Yesterday, Friday the 19th, I weighed in at 183.6. And I said, well, let me just see this morning after I take care of my morning duties. You know what I'm talking about. I weighed in at 182.2. Now, last week, I weighed in at 183.8. So which one of these numbers you think I'm gonna pick? You already know. I'm picking the 182.2. So I feel like I am still on a very good track. I got my trusty measurement here. This is a retractable one. I think I shared this before in a previous video. If y'all don't have one of these, y'all need to get y'all one of these tape measures that's retractable. They came like 3 in a pack and they're so cute. I am really gonna heavily rely on this, and this is a shout out to Grace, because I watched one of her videos talking about the scale and stuff. And girl, I feel you. Like, I be on the scale like that too sometimes, and depending on, you know, the time of the month, you know, sometimes it can really get in your head. But I am going to start focusing more as I get closer to competition with inches lost. And that's going to be kind of like my bar now, is just to consistently lose inches. And I'm going to measure myself once a month. I think that'll give me a good enough milestone and in between time to work myself towards a goal. Ultimately, I will love to get my hips, which are currently, well, at least last time I measured, a 45. I would love to get these down to a 42 inch, which is 3 more inches. Now, when I started, my hips were a 49, because y'all know I'm bottom heavy. Y'all know. Y'all saw the clip at the beginning where I showed my body clip from last Sunday. That's what my body looking like, and I've always been shaped like that. Like, even back in high school and stuff like that, I just been a pear shape. And that's where I hold most of my weight. That's also where I hold most of my fat. So anyhow, this tool I'm gonna be using, and I think I'm gonna use this over the scale. I'm still gonna weigh in weekly, because I do believe that's important, especially because when you go to meet, they do it by weight class and your age. So I still gotta keep a tap on my weight, but I'm gonna put this above the weight, because as long as I'm losing fat and I'm tightening and pulling everything in, we on the right track. So Grace, that's just my shout out to you. I feel you, sis. And also, you're doing a great job. So maybe this. Last thing that I want to share with you this week is, you saw in my little intro clips, because y'all know how I like to give you a little bit of glimpse into my week and stuff like that, is I went, as you saw, to the stores to get my fall and winter clothes out. And you know how, like, when you put your clothes away and you bring them out, it's kind of like having brand new clothes. I don't know if y'all like that, but I am absolutely like that. I'm like, oh my God, I forgot about this. So I wanted to share with you, and this Twan, because I know Twan did a Shein, I think it was, haul this morning, because today is still Saturday. So I got to catch up, because I love me a good haul, honey. Love it. So I'm going to have to catch up with Twan's haul. But I wanted to share with you one of my favorite pieces I bought last year. I think I bought it from Zara, I think. But this piece right here, baby, let me show it to you. This, can y'all see that? But look at the bag. This is the bag. Honey, when I tell you, flex. I put the white shirt, crisp shirt sleeves underneath, and this is kind of like crop top style, and I love me a good turtleneck. Can't wait to wear that. Can't wait to wear that. And then another one of my favorite pieces is, because I love green, is my favorite color, is this one. Now this one I think it's Old Navy, ain't it? Yep. Oh, H&M, I'm sorry. This is cute. It's also slightly cropped. It's a little bit longer than that one. But I'm really excited to see how these pieces fit on me, and just determine what is going to go to the Goodwill that, you know, no longer is, you know, fitting me right, and what is about to get worn. I can already tell you, the tan sweater, this, whatever that color is, beige, whatever, khaki, that is not going to nobody's Goodwill because it's just too fresh. So fresh and so clean. Anyways, I'm so happy. I woke up today not really knowing what to expect, but just saying that I was going to commit to be consistent, and that I'm going to just do my best. And to my pleasant surprise, God answered my prayer again. Sorry, I was shaking a little bit because I'm doing like this. God answered my prayer again, because, you know, it can be hard sometimes when you're on a journey and you're discovering, or maybe even rediscovering, who you are, your purpose, and especially with like the weight part of it, it can get really hard sometimes. And so when I walked into the gym and I saw the other two ladies, I was just like, thank you. I was just like, thank you. And I can do stuff by myself. That's not the point I'm trying to make. I can do stuff by myself. But y'all know how it is, you know, where strangers now become your family, because you're starting to unpack and discover, you know, who you are, who you meant to be, or who you're becoming, however you want to look at it. And it's just amazing. Like, y'all are doing so amazing. I thank God on a regular basis, like when I pray in the mornings, and, you know, when I'm just thinking about God's goodness. God answers prayers. He really, truly does. And sometimes it's packaged in ways that you would never, ever imagine. I never imagined that I would walk into the powerlifting gym of all things, because it's not very many of us in that arena. I never imagined that I would walk in today and see not one, but two. Oh, God. And then one of the trainers was like, oh, did you guys come together? And we was like, no, we just met. It's like, did y'all all come on a bus together? Like, what? Oh, God. Anyways, thank you for your support. Thank you to the GLP-1 community. I do watch a lot of y'all's videos. I try to keep up as best as I can with your journeys. I don't always comment. I'll be honest with you on that, because sometimes I'm literally doing other stuff and my work is ebb and flow. So sometimes, some weeks are very demanding, but I just want you to know that I see you. I see the work that you're putting in. I see you being consistent and sharing the ups and downs with us. I thank all of you. I thank all of you for every single contribution that you're making to my life, the seen and the unseen. As we progress and as we go into this next week, I want to leave you with a word of encouragement. We're all going to go through ups and downs in our personal lives, work, weight loss, fat loss, GLP-1 journey, however you want to take it. But through faith and works, I'm telling you, we're making progress. We're doing a great job. You're doing a great job. I'm so happy that you're here. I'm so happy that you are taking your health and your fitness to the levels that you've never seen before. And we got this. Twine, $1.99. You got this. She is Tamika with the full arms and body recomp. Girl, you know. Michelle, you be coming on late, child, so I don't hardly get a chance to watch you like that, because you be coming on late, so I usually have to watch your replays. But you killing and smashing this hula hoop challenge, And I know you're going to get to your goals because you're such a giving person, and you can't help but with the same measure that you give, it returns back to you. So I know that's just a few. I know I'm missing people, but I just was coming off the dome. The gentlemen that are on your journey that have contributed to the community as well, I appreciate you. Like, appreciate you so much. I don't always comment, but I am watching your shorts. I am watching your videos. As a married woman, you know, you want to be right there with the support line. You don't want to be doing too much. Because I know my husband will be like, if I got all of a sudden got too many like men commenting, my husband will be like, who this is? So I like to be careful with that and just be super respectful, but killing the game, y'all. Even on the days that you don't feel like you're doing it, I promise you, you are. Even when you don't think anything's working, inside things are changing. Things are becoming what they need to become. With that being said, I want to close out by saying, remember, the future you is waiting on you. I love you. I appreciate you. Y'all have a blessed weekend, a blessed week. I'll see some of y'all in the digital streets, I'm sure, with lives and things like that as we go into this next week. But God bless you. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Until next time.